Now we're gonna play her story quest. Now that I finally have her. Well, I didn't need to, but I promised this stream that I would save her story quest until I got her today. So we're gonna play her story quest. All right, chat. Let's go get some lore on Father. Let's get some Father lore. With Father. Oh, man.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Let's go.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Man has his future kids' names picked out already. No. I don't think Arlecchino is like a name that would fly in the real world for kids. I guess Arle. You could say Arle, but not Arlecchino. You can name your kid Father. Like, hello, I am Father's father. This is my son, Father. Oh, God. I would not doubt it, though, that people are gonna... What the hell? I would not doubt people naming their kids after Genshin characters, though. Father is enough. Imagine, my God. Lenny, it's been too long. Lenny, I have your father. Your father came home.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion.
Hey.
Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
Poisson. I keep thinking of croissant.
Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front. So Father arranged
Father!
to stay in Poisson
I have not
for the
forgotten.
time being.
Oh, Arlen
When
has
Father
her
is
name
mentioned,
too?
I have to scream Father and everyone in chat has to spam Father.
Along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going
That's
on?
right, Orion. That's right.
Well,
Let's go.
Since the two of you are so sure,
Father!
perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Oh my gosh, he just pops out of nowhere.
Death.
Father, you're here.
Father!
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Bro, the whole chat will be full of Father. It will, and honestly, I'm okay with that. We still have our reservations about your organization. It's true. I see no problem.
I'm well
Exactly.
aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Phantom child, y'all got a ghost. Some sort of ghost story, maybe? I feel like I'm getting chills already.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all.
Bet.
If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
Father! We'll catch you later. I couldn't help but feel intimidated during the conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. She does have that aura. Pure aura. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days, but why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
Oh, let's see the
You're quite
rest.
well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Gladly.
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. If we're your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Damn right, Paimon. Let's go.
Also, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen.
Oh,
Let's
Chef
go.
Linny.
I'll take you to where we're staying.
Pog? Alright, Linny. When the hearth flame goes out. Alright, where are we going? Be a house guest. Oh, right here? Oh. My goodness. I still can't believe we have her. Dude. Just a month ago, or not even a month, just a couple of weeks ago, I was like kicking or punching the air because I was like, I missed her pulls. I'm so sad that I missed her pulls. And then I went into someone's world to farm for like Raiden materials. And then they were like, oh yeah, no, she's coming back. And I'm like, huh? She's coming back? Yeah, like the end of this month. What?
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
It'd be so cute if Linny learned to cook for Lynette. That would be really adorable.
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with.
Let's do it.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Do we actually get to see the inside of the house? Help Linny distribute supplies. Alright, Linny. I got you, brother. Or should I call him son now? Now that I have Arlecchino and I'm playing her? Okay, son.
Linny! We're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go.
Damn right.
Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler.
His
Paimon.
face. Oh my god.
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
It's a me,
Please.
Traveler.
Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
You sure are.
Of course! Father,
Father!
and we have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you...
Father! Oh, I'm gonna lose my voice at this
You're
point.
a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give.
That's so
As you can
true.
Imagine everyone's been very curious about you.
That's so
I
true.
heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands.
Arlecchino
I heard Paimon
is
eats
so...
so much that she can clean out the entire pantry in just 3 days.
Oh my god.
Wait a second, that's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all.
Yeah, like Arlecchino does not give love very like as well as your normal person, so even the smallest bit is like high praise.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you.
I thought he'd finally be the first person to be surprised by Paimon flying for no reason.
Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine
Wait,
or
who?
actual poison. I've got both.
The guy that ran up to us? He was like, "Is that a flying fairy?"
Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. She's super good at it. She's never been caught.
Oh, Chapleau.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
Oh,
I was
sneaky,
poisoned not
sneaky.
too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, I didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics. But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
You don't you don't like stealth tactics?
Tell me the name of someone really annoys
Oh
you.
damn.
We'll teach him a lesson.
Oh my god, bro, you're like 8 and you're acting like a mafia boss. Holy shit.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Certainly.
Really?
Yeah, the guy who was shocked by Traveler and Paimon. Ah, he did have that whoa. Like face. My goodness. We definitely feel the love.
Awesome.
Indeed.
It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
It was the whole face.
Especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
I feel like every time I meet Linny, it's always something about distributing some sort of supply. Like at the start, it was like magic pockets, and now it's this.
Bye.
Like he's always giving something out.
Lindy, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth.
Yeah, they're a mafia,
When
bruh.
Folks was really young, he strangled all of his family.
Oh,
pets.
Jesus.
Just out of curiosity.
Oh my god.
He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
Jesus.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying
Father.
all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one.
Oh my god.
Chapleau is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
That's wholesome, I guess. If that's like the only thing that they really know how to do to show some kind of affection. But goddamn, how do you know if one day your shit just gets poisoned all because like some kid was trying to experiment with something?
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello.
You're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course, we're making our way all across to that.
Damn right.
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Is this a reference
This is
to
the first we've
A
heard
Thousand
it.
Thieves, like the esports group?
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Ooh. As you spend some time talking about some popular
After
culture.
this
Oh, okay.
mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
That was exactly my thought process when I was thinking of dyeing my hair.
Two seem much easier to get along with than the others. Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Nah,
Oh!
Paimon and you big yapper.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever.
Damn.
Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Sure. Maybe.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Let's do it. I want to see Linny's cooking. I wonder what kind of things he can make.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other.
We
Seems like there could be something more going on here.
Better not to pry. We should just... Yeah, it's better not to pry.
Right. We're only here as guests after all.
Yeah.
Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
And I just want to fight more things with Arlecchino. I can't wait to fight more things.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
I haven't felt this much power before, like, or since I first got my hands on Eula. Man, they've certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Of course!
Then let's head out. Uh-huh. Fremine?
Oh, hello, Fremine.
Well,
Hey, nice to see you again!
Oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Ooh, seafood soup. Wait, so Fremine can cook as well?
Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine?
Is there anything that Paimon doesn't like? I feel like she just eats everything under the sun.
Nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for?
Oh.
You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
Sounds kind of sus, Fremine. Kind of sus.
You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Maybe.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Yes. Just follow me.
Okay. But I'm right here. Yeah, bad joke, bad joke. My bad, my bad. Okay. Alright. Is it up the ship? Or is it like actually overland? I think it's up the ship. Man, it feels odd. I've been traveling so much with Mawika because I can use her motorcycle to just go over things, but now that I don't have her at the moment, I'm just like, damn, I gotta manually go on things. Wait, where is this? Oh, is it down here? Whoops.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth. Just like
Oh,
you.
are you the Phantom?
Clairvy.
Clairvy.
Nervy?
Or maybe not.
It's nice to meet you.
Considering Linny doesn't know him or her,
That name ring any bells,
is she the Phantom?
No, not at
She's
all.
the ghost.
That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the Phantom child Father's been searching for.
Father!
From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About half a month.
Half a month, damn.
Ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine.
And so do
know
I.
you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect. And not a single person was there to help him.
Oof, that's rough.
That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family.
I wonder if anyone else has noticed her.
Just hand her over to be dealt with.
Probably
Not when
not.
There's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
That's fair enough. Respectable,
A
feminine.
couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Oh, he's getting a talking to. Linny being the big brother that he is. Basically the second in charge, I feel like, of the house.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. Where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
That's just
No
brotherly
way.
love.
They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
Darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Oh, that's creepy.
Sorry, Liddy. I really
Woof.
didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? Because I, for one, wish you did.
Oh. What does that mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette.
Oh.
We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Liddy,
Oh, he did it again.
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
He's a good big brother.
Looks like things are getting kind of heated between Lenny and Fred.
Is it?
Maybe we should go check on them.
I don't think so, Paimon. Just let him talk it out.
I should put my clothes away.
You hanging laundry?
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine.
Oh, no.
Are you? Is everything alright?
everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Oof.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
Like Linny's voice is not even stern. It's just calm. Calm but firm. Yeah, that guy, so now Paimon just wants to get in on the juicy gossip. Totally understandable. She just wants the tea. Paimon wants that tea. Honestly, I can't blame her. But sometimes having guests around can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
Well,
Guests are
Paimon.
around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Exactly. I think it'll be better if we stick around.
I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you.
Now, Linny, we bros now. We went to jail
I know
together.
things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Appreciate it, brother. But it'd be okay. I think it'll be the other way around.
If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared.
Then imagine if Clairvy
She
was
even
just...
came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
Then imagine Clairvy is just like Arlecchino's long lost daughter or something. Or someone that she like really cared about in the past. Maybe even like a best friend when she was still a child. That'd be wild.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines.
Oh, what was her last wish?
Paimon aunt doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
I think.
Well, sounds like
Yeah, I
it's worth a
remember that
shot.
too.
Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I swear.
Wait, where'd you come from, Lynette? Oh no, the face. He's like, how dare you leave me out of this? You scared me.
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
I think I've seen this scene
And,
before.
When exactly did
Oh
you
my
get here?
god. She's so done with their bullshit.
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine.
Oof, even Fremine gets the strays.
You 3 travelers.
Oh, damn.
You 4, Paimon.
Or even we're getting strays.
Wait, what did we do?
Holy.
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her.
Oh, she
I heard
knows.
you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father.
Oof.
Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
No problem. Hey, the more the merrier, right?
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
You haven't eaten anything.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's
Oh my god. Well, she is a spirit. She can't actually eat.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Oh,
Does she know that she has already passed away?
it's kind of sad.
I tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
Jesus.
It's just that
Sounds like a prison
your
sentence.
name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be.
Oh, I feel like that's
In this
foreshadowing.
house, some people are family, and other people are just test
Oh,
subjects.
what?
Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster,
Oh, no.
unless
What do you mean?
it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Oof.
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
No.
Is there anyone can vouch for you?
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Perry the platypus.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine.
She's a natural.
Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be
I used to
anything
have
you
100.
want. Just imagine.
And now they're gone.
It's your birthday.
Thought it was worth
you're
it.
Blowing out the candles, and your wish is
C1 Arlecchino.
To go outside, where the sun can find me.
Oh, damn. She just wants to touch grass.
That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
She's not a true
No
gamer.
one can get out alive.
Yeah, what kind of gamer wants to touch grass? What does she mean by that? Things can't be this simple. By the way, C2 father is nuts. Isn't C2 just like you don't have to wait 5 seconds? I thought C1 was the one that gave like the big damage spike, which was like 100% more damage
time
bonus.
to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson.
Poisson.
We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Oh, we're investigating the child.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
Fair enough.
Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
I bet.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
Yeah, bro, my C2 father and she does. I got C2 father and she does insane damage. Ooh. Do you think I'll be able to achieve that much with C1? Considering C2 is like, just like you don't have to wait. And plus, I think she does like increased E damage, right? 900% or something like ridiculous like that. It's like a mini nuke, like a mini ulti, almost.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
I do want to get C3
Of course,
father,
that's
if
only as a
possible.
last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us,
'Cause of her
there's no
auto
need
attack
to make
buffs.
contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done.
If it is possible, if at all possible, I would like to C6 her. Like, in the future, if she ever has a second rerun, then I want to have enough saved up for when she has that rerun to be able to C6 her. Like, that is the dream. That is the dream. But I don't know if that's actually possible. But, you know, one can hope. One can hope. Your bro got C2 father. Sorry, I already read that one.
If the
My
worst
bad,
case
my bad.
scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Well, that is respectful. Yeah, because I don't think I've ever gotten anything past like a C1 5-star, except for Diluc, but I don't use Diluc. Like Diluc has C2, I think, but that's only because I got him instead of the character I wanted to get. We're gonna make Father more lore accurate with C6, honestly. Dude, I've seen those videos. Those videos are crazy.
You too.
Absolutely insane.
Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
Lore accurate father.
I really hope this goes well.
It's
No,
funny because
it
like
has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
It's funny how everyone says lore accurate father, but because I don't know much of her actual lore, which is why we're playing her story, I don't know how strong she can get. I just know her boss fight is freaking difficult. But I don't know the extent of her actual power. So we will see. We will really find out today. Alright, what do we do? Sea Breeze Rendezvous. Go to the seaside to look for the knave. But I'm here. I gotta stop making that joke. Such a dad joke. I guess you can say it's a father joke. I'll stop. I swear I'll stop. I want to see 6 Baiju someday. He becomes viable to be a main DPS. Oh, really? Baiju? I thought he was more of a support character. Like he's one you put to apply Dendro. Right? Bum, bum. Oh, I forgot I could do this. So good. Oh, it's Child. Yo, what's up, Child? It's been a while. Hope you good.
And Child.
That I haven't seen Child since he got yeeted into the portal by a
Aren't you
skirk.
supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Yeah, what's up, man?
It's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here.
Damn.
So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
Bro's a
What sort
freaking
of
workhorse.
unfinished business are we talking here?
Holy.
It has to do with Skirk, my master.
Dude,
I really wanted
Are
to
you-
meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left.
are you guys gonna pull for Skirk? Because the very first time I saw Skirk, the first thing that came into my mind was I want to pull her. I was like, I want her. I want her right now. So I heard that she's gonna be in an upcoming banner, so that would be amazing. But she looks incredible. He's a hardcore healer that has good Dendro application. All his healing is based off HP. C6 also bases his damage off of HP. Oh damn! So he's a healer who has a ton of HP and can damage while being tanky as shit. So he's basically like a bruiser. That's really cool. That's really cool. I will pull Skirk. Let's go, Ryan. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pull Skirk as well, dude. I hope she doesn't come out soon, because the next one that I'm gonna pull is Farina. But I'm not gonna go as wild as I did with Arlecchino. I think Farina will just be I pull for Farina and that's it. Like, I'm not gonna go for her weapon, unfortunately. My girl deserves the best, but I'm not gonna do that. But I do want her in my party. But I hope Skirk doesn't follow too soon after, because my poor wallet and Primo gems, like, they need a break, man. Ditching Arlecchino so quick for Skirk, really? Wait, do you have Arlecchino? Farina's best 4-star, which is really good, you can get from fishing in Fontaine. Oh, really? Oh, that's great. That's perfect.
I still have so many questions.
Wait.
For her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Are you telling me that I have to do another freaking fishing thing like I did with Raiden to farm for the catch? Dude, farming for the catch was such pain. It actually sucked out my soul. To get the catch to R5, oh, that shit sucked my soul out of me, dude. And I think that was the first time I actually had to go to like the online player thing and just spammed join world in hopes that they would actually let me join so I could like farm for her catch. Fuck, man, it was painful. That was a painful experience.
Oh, okay. So, have
But
you
hey.
had any clues?
Hey, look, if I have to do it again, no problem. If it's for Farina, no problem. I will do it for Farina. I will dedicate my time and effort to giving Farina a good alternative weapon to her signature. Because she deserves it.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
That's your solution for everything, child. Fuck's sake. Paimon's actually right for once. Oh my
It's all
god,
thanks to
dude.
that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and
Fuck's
chills
sake.
all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery.
I think she
that's
just
good,
poisoned
because
you.
It looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Ooh,
that's
Stuja.
the one.
Interesting.
I heard Regrador's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
She like talks in cursive, bro. And it's amazing.
Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash talking to colleagues behind their backs. Wait, hang on. I gotta read that again. I think that went over my head. Hang on. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out. And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor, wouldn't you agree? One I could do without, I'd say. Wait, they're insulting them in such like a refined manner that it's hard for me to comprehend. Oh my god. They're just being sarcastic about their freaking colleagues. Oh my goodness. Damn, they roasted them. Yeah,
So, to the guests of the House of the Hearth, to
they're
what
pulling
do I
some
owe the visit?
Bridgerton trash talk for real, dude. Holy fuck, man.
Well, we just...
I felt like I grew a mustache, a monocle, and tea just appeared in my hand after all of that trash talk. You know what I mean? Oh yes, of course, yeah. Man, wanted to learn more about you.
We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see, there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
This I'm actually quite interested in too.
I'd also like to know.
Yeah, please tell. Please tell.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now can we?
Aw, say you won't
Spoken like a true
say.
diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
God, her back design is so sick, man. If the knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Linny and Clairvy. Ah, should I release the bird Linny gave us? And we should try to get her talking about something else first. About the House of the Hearth, what does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer.
I like how
this.
childish just, yeah, what he
Some of
said.
the members of the organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tuesday.
Aww, he's such
By
a
the
good
way,
big brother.
If you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know. I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At
What?
least, that's what I heard.
Did she? Oh. Oh, what happened?
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster.
The rooster. The old man. The knave betrayed the House of the Hearth. So does that mean that what Clairvy said was true? Does the knave really treat her children like test subjects? No, that can't be it.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
No.
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to
Really?
what the mighty rooster has to say. Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
Oh, wait, what?
I see.
Huh. Based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
I hope so.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything.
What?
Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But I don't intend to clear that up just yet.
Huh.
Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then, why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I think I was spoiled with this
trying
part.
to protect the children born in Fontaine.
It's like-
Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
I saw some spoilers talking about how she's actually from Conneria or something. But I think that's as much as I know about her in terms of like where she's actually from. It's a pretty big spoiler though, but
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth.
I'd like to know more.
Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Heart. Is this why because she's not Fontanian, she doesn't have any Numa or Nosa? Was that thing? Numa or Usa, whatever it's called, unlined elemental attacks. So much learning for anything else about her betrayal. So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar.
Oh.
The loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
It's kind of how the Fontanian court
Well,
system
that's
is.
really a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so
Oh.
friendly. The losing party would lose
Oh my
everything,
god.
including their life.
Jesus Christ.
Was that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Damn,
Well,
that's
the
harsh.
current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you
Not the
Just
teen
imagine.
phase.
Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Oh my god, this seems way too specific.
Okay. I get the picture.
As the conversation shifts to the topic of Tony and Tuesday's child begins to share a story, of the type of conversation that would usually leave you falling asleep, but you find yourself grateful for child.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going.
Can I give a bit of a spoiler? It's not that big of a spoiler, but more of a theory about Arlecchino. If it's just a theory, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Rest, my guy. Rest.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look like you're gonna kill him.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
Do you know why she glitches in her animation? Nope. I assume it's related to like her being a part of Conria. I would assume that and like the false sky. I still have no idea about the false sky because all I know about the false sky, I don't want any more spoilers than this about that false sky, by the way. But all I know is that it's a thing that the Tori mentioned to Nahida in the Archon quest. But that's all I know about it.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh, you want me to leave so soon?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Thank you, Arlecchino.
to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
I hope not, but this is a great
I
opportunity.
wonder if we ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
This is a great opportunity to do what I always love to do with characters. I love doing this. Hang on. Look at camera. Damn, son. It looks like a... Whoa. The radius? This? The two Arlecchinos. Hell yeah. This looks so cool. I love this. We're just looking off into the distance, you know? Just two Arlecchinos enjoying the view of Fontaine. Hang on, actually, this would be great without a blurred background. Fuck! Stay, Arlecchino, stay. Nice. Nice. Just two waifus chilling. Okay. One theory is that she is not actually from Tevat. She's more of a glitch in that world, like she shouldn't exist. Ooh. You know that ley lines contain all the information about life and death about every person? One may say she is not at all registered by the ley lines. If that's the case though, then wouldn't you say the same thing about Traveler? Because the Traveler, like the twins, are not a part of Tevat either. And they certainly are not a part of the ley lines because they're not even recorded in Irminsul. So why don't they glitch? Also, I really just want to... Oh, yes, I can fly. Hey, my guy. Sorry, you've been in the corner of my eye for the longest time. Traveler got isekai'd? but she was born or created. Traveler got isekai'd, so that... Wait, that... It's not the same thing? Either way, they're foreign entities that landed in a planet that they're not supposed to be in. So what's the... Or I guess isekai means that you were put on there with the rules of the world intact to you. But Arlecchino wasn't put on here. She like... Or at least wasn't put in here intentionally. She was put in here either by mistake or like forced into the world. I think Traveler is also not registered by the ley lines. Yeah, Traveler shouldn't be registered in the ley lines because it's like I love her glitch animation. It's so cool. I don't know for sure about the Traveler. Traveler is what's it called? Traveler is not a part of Tevat, so he shouldn't be registered in the ley lines. Unless now that he has like the deeds and his influence with the archons and everything, it's like maybe he is now. Hang on, I wanna try something. Like now that he's done a lot of shit in the world, maybe that'll warrant being involved enough in Tevat's world to be a part of the ley lines. Could be, maybe. But shit. God damn it. Her boss title is Cinder of Two Worlds. Oh, that's true. Actually, I forgot about that. I just think she's one of the Descenders. By the way, I haven't done any of her quests, so I don't know. That's actually a good theory, though. That's a very good point. Hang on, let me just do this. Do this. I love this. Why is my thing is glowing, but hers isn't? Oh, that's interesting. Did you notice that? My vision is glowing, but other Arlecchinos isn't. That's so interesting. Whoa. Also, sorry, fuck! I hate this camera so much. It's so finicky. Shit. God damn it. There we go. Also, pardon me. I love photography and this type of shit, so this is super interesting to me. There we go. Nice. Do I get a better backdrop on the other side? No, I think I'll stick with that. Yeah, that's true because okay, so Traveler, there's 4 Descenders, right? There's 4 Descenders. Traveler is one of them. He is the 4th. The other Descender, I would assume, is Lumine. So that brings 2. Traveler is like an external factor in that world. Arlecchino is an existence that rests constantly between life and death. Constantly between life and death. That's interesting. So she's like in limbo. Cinder of Two Worlds. So if you think about the title, right? Cinder of Two Worlds. What's a cinder? A cinder, hang on. By definition, cinder definition. By definition, cinder means a small piece of partly burnt coal or wood that has stopped giving off flames but still has combustible matter in it. So, so that means... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that could mean. These are mostly theories, nothing proven yet. Yeah, makes sense. Pretty sure Celestia is one of the Descenders, right? Celestia is one of the Descenders. Wait, really? I didn't I didn't think about that at all. Actually, no, that kind of makes sense. Wait, if Celestia is one of the descenders, how are they able to give power that... No, wait, no, that makes sense. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. You're right. Thought Celestia came to the vat and overthrew the dragons. Yeah, because I was gonna say how does that make sense if Celestia is one of the descenders, but they're able to give powers to people that belong to the world? But no, they're not giving powers to people that belong to the world. They stole that power from the dragons and then gave it to people. So they didn't control or had power over the powers initially. They stole them from the inhabitants of the world, which are the dragons. Yeah. Then they made 4 shades like clones that have dominion over different parts of Tevat. Are the 4 shades... The 4 shades aren't archons, right? Because there's 7 archons. I went down a rabbit hole a while ago, but I don't remember it quite clearly. One of my theories...
What could the
like...
children be up to?
She's so cute. Sorry.
Let them do as they please.
One of my theories that I talked about when I was doing Nahida's Archon quest was that if Lumine is the Abyss Princess, and she was the first to arrive in Conria 500 years ago before the disaster, then that means that she might have had a hand in... Wait, no. I had a theory that she was the one to create Archons. But Archons existed way before Lumine did. No, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe the first descender.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Bet. Yeah, there's so many questions. We still have 3 more years of story content. It should get more clear with each region. True. Dude, 3 more years of story content though. That's so short, man. I want this game to keep going for longer. Oh no, that's too soon. I'm gonna be so sad when it ends. Like, what are they gonna do? I hope they don't pull a cop-out thing and just end the story there, or like repeat it like a time loop. Because there has been a theory going around where like Venti is the god of time, and everything will wrap back around to Mondstadt, because Mondstadt was just a prologue for the entire storyline. So when we go back to Mondstadt, it'll be the actual Archon quest, which will end the entire thing, and then Venti will be like, "I'm the god of time. Let's run it back." Oh, he's gonna be like Will Smith, like, "Oh, it's rewind time," you know. And we're gonna wind it back, and we're gonna start in Mondstadt again as like New Game Plus. And then that's where his line comes in, where he's like, "Oh, traveler, it's me. Don't you remember me? No? Well, let's start over again," or something like that. I really hope it doesn't like time loop us. I really hope not. Dude, that video with Venti was crazy. Yeah, the one about him being a time god. Yeah, it's insane. He needs to catch up before going in depth. Yeah, dude, there's so many. I still have to finish Archon quest, like Act 5, or sorry, Chapter 5. I'm so close to finishing it. Also, Economia, my favorite region, has a lot of lore about the very beginning of the... Oh, before the Archon War. Where is that? Where's Economia? Economia. Sounds like it's from Inazuma. Tsurumi... Economia? Under Inazuma? Oh, this... Or is it this one? You have to do a quest to unlock it? Oh shit. I'm so far behind. Don't forget, this is only the Tevat chapter, and Traveler can pass through dimensions. That's true! That's what I hope they do. Because like they're bringing in people like Skirk, right? Skirk is clearly not from this world. And also, on top of that, there's the sinners, and there's the whale that's not from this dimension, you know. So it could very easily go from Tevat to another world, and then we'll start again there. So I hope that's how it goes, and not like, "Oh, let's rewind time," because I would not like that, man. So I hope that if they finish Tivat, it'll be one, a good ending, but also we can go to another world and we'll start anew in another world. Like that. I hope that that's the case instead of the alternative. Because that's what I love about Genshin. It's like, ooh, there's a new place to see, and it's completely new and foreign, and it's like so exciting because it's so different, right? Man, it would be crazy if Paimon was a shade. There's been so many theories going around, even back when I started, that Paimon is like one of the primordial ones, or like Paimon is the unknown god that we saw in the very first cutscene of the game. And you know what? I kind of like, I don't doubt it. Because you know how Nahida or like Lord Rukkhadevata, when she lost a lot of her power, she was turned into a child.
Something you wish to report?
But
Well, you have my undivided attention.
so like that could happen to Paimon. Like she lost a lot of her power, so she lost a lot of her memories and also became very small like she is now. So that could be it. In Watatsumi Island, where? Watatsumi Island. Oh, this, dude. I haven't even unlocked this domain yet. I need to catch up on so many things. I heard a theory that travelers are the twins that built the train in Honkai Star Rail. Ooh, that would be fascinating. I haven't played Honkai Star Rail, so I don't know its lore, just from clips. I've barely played any of it, but that would be really interesting if that was the case. Do you think like the worlds will merge so that Genshin will meet with Honkai, like eventually? Or maybe, oh, do you know what? Maybe they're in the same universe, but they're different timelines. So Genshin is predates Honkai Star Rail in terms of timeline, and Genshin is actually the thing that creates the events that lead up to and creates the Honkai Star Rail universe. Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be like so wild? That'd be, yeah, it'd be insane, bro. It'd be fucking wild, bro. Honestly, I would be okay with that. That sounds incredible. All right, man. I have to go sleep. See you next week. If you stream, have a nice stream and enjoy Father. Thank you so much, Orion. Thank you so much for coming. And I will definitely stream next week. Every Tuesday. I stream every single Tuesday evening, same time today as it will be next week. So if you stop on by, you know the time, you know the day, you know we're gonna be playing more Genshin Impact. Hell yeah, boy. So I will hopefully see you then. Bye. Good night, sweet dreams and all that. And thank you so much again for stopping by and chilling with us. I will try to join. Hell yeah. I look forward to it. I'll see you around, man. Also, kind of makes sense if the travelers built the train because they've already said that they've traveled to many worlds before Teyvat. Yeah, exactly. We don't actually know how they get around. Like, we don't know if they're like using a train. Oh, we have to go under. Fuck. Oops. Okay. Oh, I might as well just do this. Dude, fights are so much easier now with Arlecchino. It's actually ridiculous. And her weapon is so cool! It's so fucking dope. What am I doing? I have to get this right. To unlock the thing. Get the Numa. Get the Numa. Where's the other element? You can't see it with the sight. Is it up there? Where is it? Oh, it's there. Okay, bet. Bet. I hope I get there in time. I know it's limited. She deals so much damage so quickly. It's crazy. Like, compared to how my Eula was, or is currently, I guess. Absolutely nuts. 33,000. 33,000. Without doing
Your pleasure is
anything
there
anything
than
more
expected.
than just pressing left click. Insanity. I want to get trees though. Why? I'm not cutting down trees. Oh, it's because it's pyro infused. That's probably why. So I want to get materials. Give me materials. All right. So I have to go down to Poisson. I thought it was over, like above. Clearly not. Clearly not. Okay, hang on. Let me read her ability. I feel like I'm using her ulti wrong. I'm gonna actually do the quest now. Hello, Rutu. Welcome, welcome. Hope you are well today, too. Challenge fail. That's okay. Yeah, it's interesting. What game is this? This game is Genshin Impact. It is a very, very fun game, if I do say so myself. And yeah, I recommend. Just it's a gacha game, so be careful about pulling for banners. I recommend not spending money, but I am a bad influence and I spent money. But that's because I had the means to do so. So if you don't, then I do not recommend. Guess my favorite Genshin character, Rutu, is I actually have no idea. Is it Arlecchino?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
What do you mean? She's a vampire.
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface.
No, it's
just like I told her.
Shockwave. Who's
But as I led her out of the
Shockwave?
shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished.
Oh damn! No, she
I
is a
turned around
vampire.
and there she was, standing at the
Aw.
edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
I've been drawing chibi panels, but I don't know what kind of panels are actually needed besides social rules and credits. Do what I do and just like look at references from other people. You can look at mine, see what panels I have. You can look at Kess. You know, there's some that apply. You know, that's what I did. Got it. Yeah. If you like cool action games with storylines, well, the story in Genshin is like kind of rocky at times, but the overall story is pretty good. And especially if you like exploring and adventuring and like open world games, Genshin is like the game for you, in my opinion. I love exploring in this game. For some reason, among character models, there's a model of Shockwave from Transformers. Wait, really? Wait, no way. Wait, where? You both have the same plus an about me, and I'm like, I don't think that's necessary. My tags say enough. That's fair. If you don't think it's necessary, then yeah, that's all right. Some people kind of put down a bit more than what the tags can offer, but you know, it's per person basis.
Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on a non-corporeal being.
Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here.
Just Google model of Shockwave in Genshin. Okay, hang on. Oh, it's Shockwave. What? For some unknown reason, there is a .m Shockwave model in the files of Genshin Impact. Note that I wasn't the one to find it. Wait, there's a model in the files. What the hell? That's just a random transformer in the files of Genshin. That's funny. What? Anyway, my favorite character is Candace. What about you? It used to be Eula, but now my favorite is Arlecchino. My top three are Arlecchino, Eula, and Farina. Is this on Steam? No, it is on Epic Store, or you can just Google it. they have their own launcher and everything, so you can just do that.
How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
Top 3 is Candace, Dia, and Baiju. Ooh, you got the Sumeru team. Well, I guess minus Baiju. That's interesting. I don't see a lot of Dias. I don't see a lot of people harping on about Dia. So fair enough. I feel like she deserves the love, man. Free to play, I is poor. That's totally fine, dude. I played the game free to play for a while before I started spending money on it. And as I said, you don't need to spend money on it. I did because I could afford it. But the game has so many ways to allow you to save up for characters that you think are cool, because they allow you to buy things that you normally would have to like pay for. So there is a lot of things you can do as a free to play. Like the game is very good in my opinion for that kind of thing, because most of the players are meta slaves. That's fair enough. I am, well, I say that, but I'm not, I say I'm not a meta slave, but I'm an Arlecchino main. But that being said, I usually just go for characters that I think are cool. Like, for example, Arlecchino and Farina are not good meta-wise together, but when I get Farina the next time she reruns, I'll put her in the same team because I just want to play Farina. She's just amazing. She's just great. But I do get super meta-y when it comes to like the Abyss or just for fun, but I don't like make it as my priority. If character isn't amazing, then they won't pull for the character. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pull for Sino just because he's cool. That's it. That's it, dude. That's all you need. Like, the game is so, like, you don't need to be a meta slave to enjoy the game, right? Like, you enjoy the game by doing things that you find fun and playing characters that you find cool. Like, for me, I thought like Arlecchino was the coolest shit. I didn't know that Arlecchino was a top DPS when I saw her, and like when I wanted to pull for her. I just saw that she had one, like a cool wing. Like, you know, Arlecchino's single wing that she has. Let me show you. Let me show you my model. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see the resemblance? Do you see why maybe I have a bit of a bias towards Miss Arlecchino, towards father? You know, aside from the white hair and everything. But I think she's just like a really well-designed character in general. That's also the reason why I got Eula. Eula seemed so super cool. I didn't know that she was like a top-tier physical DPS. When I first got her, I was just like, her design is cool. She slams the sword on the ground. That's style points. Man, that's awesome. And same thing with Zhongli. I'm like, bro is a freaking Geo Archon. He brings down meteors and shit. He like kicks his spear and it spins. That shit's awesome. Like, a lot of my polls are just based on, do I like them because they're cool? Like, do they have that style factor? Do they have that cool factor? And that's what influences my polls, because I don't have like money to keep pulling for everything and everyone, so I pull for whoever I just think is really awesome. Like the same thing with Mawika, right? Not a whole lot of people like Natlan characters, but I saw Mawika and like I saw she had a motorcycle, and I was just like, dude, I love motorcycles in real life. Yeah, I'm gonna pull for her. Extra points if they are a raccoon, dude. Imagine. That'd be amazing. That'd be like the perfect fit for you. I actually pulled Arlecchino only because she's badass, and I accidentally got her C1 as well. No way, you got her C1? Dude, I'm trying to get her C1. I'm trying to get her C1. I have R1. I have her weapon because I couldn't. Again, it all comes back down to style and like looks, because I got her R1 because that's the only weapon on her that looks like an actual scythe when she uses it. The other ones are just like, yeah, whatever, you know, you have a glowy scythe part, but it's not an actual scythe. But her actual signature weapon is a scythe, and that was enough for me to like pull for it. And now I'm just trying to get her C1. If I can get her C1, that'd be
Each
incredible.
take a section. Here.
I pulled Moika for 2 reasons. First, she's a good pyro applier for my DPS Candace. Second, she reminds me of Ghost Rider. Those are 2 very valid reasons in my opinion. And yeah, Ghost Rider, hell yeah, dude. Freaking that's badass. That's cool as shit. That's amazing. I was thinking of playing Moika as like another DPS that I can use for Abyss and all the like Imaginarium Theater and stuff. But she doesn't work very well if I don't have another Natlan character. I only have Kachina. I don't know. Does she work decent with Kachina to apply her ulti stacks or whatever it's called, like Fighting Spirit? Because I don't know if Kachina is going to be enough.
La Huyad, Landois, Chambert, Horaire.
Executionless, Horaire, Landois. I feel like I've seen him. Oh, wait, no. I've seen it because he has the same freaking character model as the guy in the desert in Sumeru. Lapoyade, Jambel. Okay. I'll try to remember their faces.
That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kind of giving Paimon on the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Oh, that's so sad, bro. Oh, no. And all you need to turn off multiplier VFX, and from Ghost Rider, she turns into Crazy Frog. Not Crazy Frog. Oh, my goodness.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended.
Dude, that's
It's
an
only later
ancient
that I learned
meme.
He really did have someone he liked.
Holy.
He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Aww.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
This is all
It may
pointing
seem
towards
cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house.
Father
Betrayal
being
is not to be
terrible.
taken lightly.
But
No
I
too many
doubt
secrets to come and go as we please.
it's that black and white.
So if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
No, that can't be it. That can't be all. Solemn Administrator descends, grieves the list of everybody. Yeah.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange, you say?
Strange.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly,
I
Lynette.
mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are 2 of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
Wait, who? Oh, Chaplot and Filio. Yeah, fair. May I ask a VTuber question? Sure, go ahead.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people,
Fatui.
that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
Oh. So she's just appearing before
She's
everyone now.
inciting them to act out?
Oh,
Not
troublemaker.
exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Yeah, this is
Clairvy's
Fontaine. You
parents
gotta have
probably
evidence.
Gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
Hmm.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Oh.
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together.
Regrader.
Apparently,
Who's
it has
Regrader?
to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future.
Interesting. How do you get the camera to do the tracking? Because I have a rather expensive camera and it just won't track at all. The tracking is not purely... do you have the software for it? And also... Okay. The tracking is... So you can go two ways about it, right? You have the iPhone camera or you can just use a webcam. But both need to be connected to VTube Studio. And VTube Studio will be the thing that pretty much sets up the parameters for you to be able to track your model. And if you're using an actual like DSLR camera and stuff, I think... I haven't tried it myself, but I think it should work the same way as like a webcam, but it'll need to work with VTube Studio, which I'm not sure if it will. I mean, I think it should, considering it's just like another expensive webcam basically. But the best tracking you would get would be like an iPhone paired with vBridger as your like tracking interface, not tracking interface, like tracking middleman between your iPhone and VTube Studio. You still need VTube Studio. Because basically what it does... Okay, so if you use VTube Studio and a webcam, the camera will detect your face. Obviously, it's a webcam. It'll see your face, and VTube Studio will see that image of your face and put dots on where it thinks your facial features are. So like your nose, your cheeks, your jaw, etc. And then it carries that data over to your model. So it goes on like and corresponds to your model. For iPhone, it's similar, but instead of just taking like a picture of your face basically from the camera, it takes the topography of your face, because the iPhone uses infrared tracking, like from the infrared face recognition. So instead of just seeing your face, it sees like basically more in-depth version of your face. So there's more data that trackers can use, and vBridger is a tracker that leverages that data and then sends it over to VTube Studio. So those are the two ways you can get them to work. Again, I've never tried like a DSLR camera kind of thing, but in theory, as long as you can access or like turn on your camera, even if it's like a DSLR camera in VTube Studio, it should work in theory. I've never tried it, so you're gonna have to try it yourself. But is that what you mean?
Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying
Yes?
dangerous
Okay,
role.
cool.
To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience.
I hope that made sense, by the way.
Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. The plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name.
My God, they're gonna be sent as
What they're
fodder.
really trying to do is subdue us.
Oh.
The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Oh. Looks like the Fatui are planning something big. But given how little Linny and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. I should keep a sharp eye during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying.
True that.
And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions.
I don't think my camera is communicating with VTube Studio. I'll play with it. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, if that's the case, and that's probably where it's going awry.
I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
Thank you so much. You're very welcome. No problem at all. I'm glad to help. And hey, if anything, if you don't have, or if you're for some reason not able to use a camera, you can maybe look into software that maybe converts your camera to become more like, or to take in some kind of webcam data, because maybe there's just a difference in how the data is presented. Or two, you can just buy a webcam. I know it's not going to be as good, but all you need to do is like get a cheap webcam and good room lighting, and your like VTube Studio will track your face. If you want super high-end tracking, an iPhone is the way to go. Like, unfortunately, if you have a big DSLR camera, a fancy DSLR camera will not give you as much as an iPhone will, just because it doesn't have the tracking capabilities to that extent.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
Aye, aye, Capitan.
Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make
Yes, sir.
sure they don't do anything they'll regret.
That's kind of ominous.
Good
They'll
work today,
regret.
everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Linny and gang. Rest at the temporary accommodations. Oh, that's ages away. Look over here, right? Oh no, it's right here. Okay, I thought we had to go all the way back to Navia's hideout for a second. Your mind races with all sorts of thoughts, and okay, that's very quick.
To an early night, but she can't sleep at all.
I feel ya.
Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
Ah, should be alright.
It's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I don't think I've ever seen Arlecchino smile. Does that happen? I'm also afraid of her. You can just hide behind me.
Trust is over, Traveler. Look! Look over there!
Clairvy? What's she doing over there?
Let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
Aye, aye. Let's go, let's go. She's gonna like disappear, I bet you. Where you at? Is it up here? Down there.
Over there!
Oh, she just appeared. She just materialized. Follow Clairvy. Okay. Go, Arlecchino wing. I love that wing so much, dude.
Oh, where
It's
is
so
she
cool.
going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
This will be my fast travel. Is it here? Oh, her scythe is so cool. I love how gigantic it is. It's so out. Okay. Like her scythe, man. Look how big this thing is. Oh, it's so sick. Oh my god. I'm such a big fanboy. Oh my goodness. Can you blame me? Can you blame me?
Oh, look, she stopped.
I wonder if they're gonna add in more like scythe characters, considering how popular Arlecchino is. Or if they're gonna keep it to her strictly to keep her like unique and special. Either way, it's gonna be in a new freaking weapon. Like 5-star banner. They gotta get that money.
No one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Aww. Oh, she can go out now because it's not sunny. There's nothing here.
Only I could have more than this.
Aww.
You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
Bet. Try me.
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited.
Aww.
We're all expendable. Including me.
Oh
As long as you're
no.
useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over
Oh,
to
the doctor.
experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough. You're saying the knave did all that?
Arlecchino, really?
It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do.
Yeah.
She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
I agree, Paimon. I agree.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
I just need to.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Oh, actually, she's father.
Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If
Oh.
only Perry were here. She'd understand.
I'm sure we're talking about the right person here.
There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling.
Yeah.
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
She's the spirit. It could be anything. Yeah.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to.
Oh.
We should keep her company for a little longer.
Do feel bad
She
for
looks
her.
So young. But it seems like she's been through a lot. It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret?
Mhm.
I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora.
Oh, I want to see the
It's
aurora.
supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon.
If that's actually a thing in game, I would be so hyped. That would be amazing. I've always wanted to see the aurora in real life.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a
Aw.
lot.
I'm planning to see the aurora this year. Hopefully, anyway.
We should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her.
We just fought.
What should I do?
I feel like she's definitely like a figment of the past or something. I don't know. After some time, Clairvy back to herself. Okay.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her.
Yeah, dude, same.
Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Yep. Ow. Hi, Lumi.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that, I have a question.
What is it?
Have the knave and the doctor ever worked together? Yeah, right? That's so weird.
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kind of ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told
I
us.
feel like she's talking about a different
He met
person.
the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the same type of person.
We're not
Or
really
that
on
type
the
of
same
person.
side, so there's not a lot of trust between them.
Certainly not.
It doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership.
Mm.
I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth.
Mm.
Father rejected most of his proposals.
As
except
she
for
should.
one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Oh.
Secret experiment?
Was
Be
oh.
what Clairvy was talking about?
Was the experiment Clairvy or maybe
think so.
Perry?
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement.
Mm.
I still don't think that counts as working together.
No, certainly not.
Details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to.
It's kind of questionable, Linny.
But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least.
Yeah.
Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either.
She's delusional.
The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she does.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her.
Damn. Imagine she's just
Deal
like
with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone.
she's just like chilling on the shore,
Right,
looking out into the
let's get
distance
to
for
it.
the entire night. Damn. All right. Go to the seaside and look for the Knave again. Are you still there, Arlecchino? You good? You good, fam? Goodness. I think I'm gonna change my team for exploration. Climbing is a bit of a pain, not gonna lie. I don't need Xingqiu to like super buff me right now. Arlecchino is buff enough.
Reporting for battle.
Thank you for the hydrate, raccoon. I shall do that now. And thank you for the posture check. Ugh, there we go. Thank you. All right, Mawika. Let's get up there. Where are we going? She's still there. Goddamn. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Ah, it's you two again.
God
I
damn.
must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what
Mind
are you planning
empty.
to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
Oh, you have
I must
questions.
profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Oh, she's on to something.
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
You're great at the Spymon. You're great at lying.
Some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Oh, yes,
I'll be
please.
sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
Oh, does this count as a
The
date?
ocean breeze is sure nice today.
The ocean breeze sure is nice today. No, Paimon. So you know everything
Children
then?
always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
All right, bet.
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along, if only for your friends' sakes.
Do you see me as a child, ma'am? Well, Paimon, fair enough. Me, oh, about that.
She knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
We should release the pigeon that Lenny gave us. Oh yeah, what does that pigeon do? I forget.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
We really don't have any other options. Guess all we can do is take it one step at a time. Indeed.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Lenny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Yeah. Good call, Paimon. Alright, where is she? Follow the knave to the court of Fontaine. She's so far away already. Okay, hang on. Palais de Memoria. Memoria.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait.
Indeed.
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
Hmm.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
She seems like she cares a lot for them. I find it hard to
I
believe.
assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter, I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception.
I feel like this is just the
You could
front.
say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
There's really no other way to solve the issue.
I would imagine Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime,
Oh, she knows.
all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
She's lenient at
If their
least.
efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
It's a deal then. We'll hold you to it.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you.
What's
you
that?
Can try and keep better track of it next time.
Oh, it's the
It
pigeon.
takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it permanently.
Ooh, damn.
Where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand.
You can't hide anything from
I
her,
asked you
man.
to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
God damn, she's scary. Oh, man. All right. We gotta do as father tells, as father says. But I guess, oh man, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this isn't all to the story. There's gotta be more. Hey, Nouvelette, what's up, homie? Is she a boy? Oh, he changed the
It's been a while,
interior.
Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
A true diplomat indeed. God, I could never be in the chair of the government. That is way too much work. Too much reading of documents. Too many mind games too. Oh man.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy.
Oh my god, I
A
forgot.
family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Trevor?
I think I understand what she means. Big words make brain hurt. Honestly, so true, so true. So the consensus, or like the thought right now, I'm just kind of theory crafting here a bit because I love to do this shit, is that people think, including the children, think that Arlecchino, or father, kills anyone who goes against the rules and tries to leave the family. But I believe that from what she just says here, it's like anyone who tries to leave or breaks the rules of the family isn't killed necessarily, but is like brought somewhere else, or maybe taken somewhere far or something like that, but not as much of a death sentence, basically. Because I feel like Arlecchino is not that type of person. She's been very lenient in many occasions. So maybe that's her analogy, because maybe like the ocean represents death, like, and the source represents life. So everyone always has to go to death when they start life, because it's inevitable. But not all rivers lead to the ocean. Some dry up along the way. So meaning that, like, even if you leave the family, potentially you don't have to die. You don't have to reach the ocean. You can like escape or something like that. I feel like there's something like that.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to
But
remind
we'll
you,
see.
however, few among us are willing to sip
Among
from
Us.
a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
All these analogies.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I'm inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting? Yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
Neuvillette.
Traveler Paimon, time to go.
Neuvillette is literally like that skit that ProZD did about Reddit water. Or about people on Reddit talking about water. Oh my god, I need to make a short about that. Like, Neuvillette is literally that, especially with his lines of like his lore of loving water tasting. Oh my god. That's so funny. Okay, yeah, we just gotta leave.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You
They're
really
too
want
big
to know?
brain.
I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay.
Well, I hope so for their sake.
Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you?
The knave may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said that those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. I actually was gonna raid you earlier, but was scared to. You were scared to? Why are you scared to? Don't be scared. While we were talking in front of the Palais Marmonia, she mentioned Clairvy's name. Does that mean she knew where Clairvy was this entire time? Maybe she was she even anticipated how Linny and the others were going to act. Oh, what? Yo, watch it! I'm walking here!
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
My bad, I also wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I was stonking.
Let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the
Oh, well,
house.
thank you, kind sir. He looks kind of familiar for some reason. Oh, wait! He was on that list! He was on that list! You know the list where Lynette and the kids show the victims of Arlecchino's killings because he left the family and therefore he had to die. But he was on that list and he lives. Look at him. He's all right. I knew there was something. Oh, I knew there was something more to this. Just made dinner. We find out more about father. Father! Welcome back, Muse. I hope your dinner is looking nice. What you having? What you having? But yeah, we are finding more about father. It's getting the plot thickens, so to speak. I actually was if you allow raids. I don't like streams with a lot of people. Oh, fair. I allow raids. Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, like I don't mind at all, like whoever rates me, as long as they're nice. Feel free to do it. Also, Ito spread me like soap. What is that name? Hello. While I call you soap, I'm gonna call you soap. Hello, soap. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness gracious. Chili oil ramen with 2 fried eggs. Ooh, that sounds so nice. That's lovely. Holy shit. Enjoy.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Oh.
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
You see the immediate panic in his voice? He was probably like, oh my god, it's father. She let me go before, but she's not gonna be so nice now. I gotta get going. I don't want to be, like, freaking punished again. Oh my god. Koala, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. And welcome. So he was on the execution list? This guy? Yeah. Apparently he was on the execution list. But look, he's alive and well. And even father is like not really that strict. Not strict, but she's not mad. She's kind of more like giving him a chance to leave so that she doesn't get found out. I feel like that's the case.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. Oh, hang on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora. It's just...
Or maybe he
I
escaped.
don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here.
This is immediately... I recognize you as the grown-up version of the kid that left the family. And I still see you as my child. So I want to support you. So here you go. Here's money. And I'll take 3 papers. So I can kind of help support you in this very roundabout way, because I'm not good at showing that I'm good with emotions and to portray love. So here you go. She's so adorable. Oh my god. Okay, I love her. That's how I'm seeing it right now. Anyway, just from this interaction.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye.
This is so cute. Look, if this was just a stranger, he would not say all of this. Look. I should probably take more inventory. He's talking about his shop, his business. He's talking about his everyday. He's talking about his personal life of getting married. This is his opportunity to reminisce, or like just to catch up with his parent figure, with father. And he's just like, he knows he can't stay too long as to not arouse suspicion. But he's like, oh my god, it feels like I'm allowed to talk to you for a bit. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what happened in my life just to catch up for a little bit. Because, you know, I still love you. But I'm not going to make it look like it's obvious. Because you got shit to do and shit to uphold. But I'm going to tell you this. Like, here's how my life is going. It's going good so far. And I will catch you later. Bye. Like, that's how I'm seeing it right now. It's actually so adorable. That was cute, right? That was so cute. Father is just a big softie on the inside. I believe so. I believe 100% that she is just a huge softie. I love this.
Now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Oh.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer?
Oh.
Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Oh, it's because of Linny. Looks like Paimon is trying to buy us more time. If we head back now, I doubt Linny and the others will have made any progress. What should we do? I bet you she will agree because she knows for a fact that Linny and the others are still making progress. Or still working on it. So she's gonna say yes because she knows that she doesn't want to punish Linny and the others. So she's gonna go and play with Paimon. Play along with Paimon's antics. Hello, Mujisaurus. Hello. I'm good. How are you doing?
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation.
Yeah, see, she knows.
I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless.
She knows.
I could be persuaded to give Linny some of the time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Claire V, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Yes, please. More info.
Why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
I bet you she's being generous because she was put in a good mood seeing that one of her sons or one of her children grew up to live a happier life. But of course, being freaking Arlecchino, she can't say that.
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your condition, let's hear it. All right, what's up, Arlecchino? What do you need? Good snowed in. Snowed in it, too cold. It's -6. Oh my goodness. Holy shit, seeing you on made my day. Aww. I'm glad to hear that. But goddamn, warm up. Make sure you're all cozied up. -6 is cold as fuck.
Wonderful. Here it is.
All right, what do you need? What do you need?
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
That's very vague.
Okay.
Huh?
Sounds
When the
normal
time
enough.
comes.
But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that?
Wait.
That is for you to decide.
Wait. Is this to do with her boss fight? Because we have a trounce domain where we fight Arlecchino. So could it be that there had to be a place and time where Arlecchino has to fight against the House of the Hearth, her children? Because she's like forced to, like I don't think she wants to. So now that she knows that the Traveler is strong, she can take on the Traveler instead of having to take on her children. I think that's it. Oh my god! Oh, the plot thickens. We accept your
Then
condition.
we have a deal. Follow me.
That's why she's so desperate to get us to accept it, even giving us clues as to who Clairvy is. Or her Clairvy is. Because she needs someone to accept that condition so she doesn't have to fight her own children. Oh, she's such a softie. She's such a softie. Oh, that's so
What's a little funnier when even
cute.
lightning wouldn't dare strike our path?
Oh my god, I can't. Oh, Arlecchino. You don't have to put up a front. It's okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, it's raining. It's raining. Is Nouvellette crying again? Oh my god. Is Nouvellette crying?
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Wait, what? Follow the... Oh, right. And just so happened to go into the freaking thing. The Nameless Ruins. Huh? Oh, here. Okay.
this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore.
Wait,
Nor
that
does
looks like her
anyone care
boss
about
fight
what
area.
once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
Oh.
It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother.
Oh, fuck.
And this is where it all happened.
I'm sure she
You
did
were
that
the one that killed Clairvy?
because she had no other choice.
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Oh.
Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose.
So they killed her. So no, they killed children not when Arlecchino was in charge, but when Crucibella, was that her name? Crucibina. When Crucibina was in charge. So she was like the evil one. She was the one who killed the children. Basically. But Arlecchino saw that that was fucked up, and she was the one to kill her and then start up the House of the Hearth anew, where they didn't have that rule where if you had to settle your arguments by dueling, you would duel to the death. So yeah, wow. So meaning basically Arlecchino was the good person here and turned what was a shitty situation for war orphans into something much kinder, much nicer.
They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to
So
her?
she wasn't,
You said
Arlecchino
that
wasn't
Clairvy was
responsible.
Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created.
Right, Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but was no avail. After her efforts had failed, the only option was to rise up and try to fight back. Wait. Right. You were the one that killed Clairvy. Wait, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. So Wait, so Clervy was against her mother. I can understand why she killed her mother, but why did she kill Clervy when she was against her mother, not the children? Man trying as hard as he can to prove his wife is innocent. Hey, can't blame fuck's sake. I can't talk. Can't blame a guy for trying, is what I'm trying to say.
There was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peraware.
Peraware. Oh, Perry. That's Perry.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
Oh, she betrayed.
Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peraware, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
Bro! Bro! That's Arlecchino. Wait! Wait! No fucking way! I called it! Dude, I called it! Oh my god! Wait! Don't get a heart attack! Dude, what the fuck? I called it! I called it! I said at the start that this girl seemed really sus. She was like a phantom or something. Which and the stuff that she said didn't make much sense. So I was like, maybe she's someone that she's either Arlecchino's long lost daughter, or she's Arlecchino's friend from the past that she really cared about. Do you see how this is it? Dude, I freaking called it from the start. Oh my god, I knew it! I knew it! I fucking knew it! Sorry, okay, continue.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peraware was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peraware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
Yeah! Perry is father! Perry is father! I called it from the start. Okay, let's read through that again because I was like half gone. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade, yet it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it, at least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peraware was convinced that amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Actually, I can just do this.
Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peraware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed.
That's the key. Clairvy told Peraware that she hoped to create a real family. So Perry, father, remembered that and created the current House of the Hearth, where no one would be killed or sacrificed, because it was to honor her friend's wish, basically. I thought father was a third party, another kid, but not Perry. Yeah, right? I thought so too, but she is. My god. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. Wait, hang on, why am I doing it?
Naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
Dude, that's wild. Damn. Okay. Continue.
Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night.
Ah, that's the window.
She and Peruware would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day, that light simply vanished.
Oof.
Oh no. What happened?
Wait. She and Pero would look out the window, fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. In her eyes, I guess she means like Clairvy, not herself, because she doesn't have any freaking light in her eyes like to start with.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruware weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruware suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this Mother herself?
Yes.
Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruware could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death. Is this the case where she knew Father's plan, and because of that, she couldn't stand the thought of her own mother dying, even at the hands of someone else? So she ended up trying to stop Arlecchino, but accidentally getting killed herself in the crossfire. I think that, yeah. Yo, what if she calls herself father because she doesn't want to be associated with mother? That's, yeah, true. She doesn't, that's so true, Muse. Because she doesn't want to be associated with a freaking bitch that is Crucibina. Crucibicha. Fuck, man, that's so true. Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel.
Oh, right.
When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruware. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately,
Okay.
Clairvy decided to let Peruware
Oh,
end her life.
no. Oh, so, okay. I was wrong with that theory. She ended her own life through dying at the hands of the person she held the most dear, which is Perry or Arlecchino. Oh man, streamer's still trying to prove hard. That sounds hard to prove her innocence. I will prove my girl's innocence till the ends of the earth, because she is basically big brain. Yeah, we're big braining this.
From that moment on,
So sad though.
Peruware's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter.
Oh.
A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled, and there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Killing Mother. She killed her friend in a duel, cold-blooded. Well, I wouldn't say she did it intentionally. She had to do it, but she didn't do it with the intention of killing her. It was more so that she did it, and then Clairvy allowed her to kill her. Because yeah, I mean that's what it said, right? A fierce battle, but ultimately Clairvy decided to let Peraware enter her life. Yeah. So she allowed her to kill. She probably did that thing where, like, in the heat of battle, she moved in a way where instead of blocking, she would just eat the next attack intentionally. Yeah. She was unsettled. There was only one thing who quelled that sensation. Yeah, and like, dude, if your friend like basically like ended her life intentionally through you, like you would feel unsettled, you know? Lol, sure. What do you mean lol, sure? It says it right here. Bro, it says it right here. What do you mean?
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peraware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to right the rules. Peraware won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the very Claire was talking about.
Ooh.
It was you all along. You're Peraware. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
This was your story just as much as Clairvy's. Yeah.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her.
Yeah.
I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father.
Yeah, Muse, you were right on this one. You were right on the money. The moniker of Mother died with her. Yeah, because she didn't want to be associated with Crucibina. Crucibina, the person who caused her and her best friend so much anguish and pain. I think she had every intention to battle her, and the other girl forfeited by not trying. In the end, father still killed her. I think... Wait, hang on. I think she had every intention to battle her, and the other girl forfeited by not trying. In the end, father still killed her. I feel like... So this is my thought, right? I don't think Arlecchino killed her with the intention of, like... You know... What's the word I'm looking for? Like surface level killing, if that makes sense, with like minimal reason. I feel like after all those attempts over the course of 10 plus years, she realized that Clairvy was on the verge of, you know, giving up, basically like offing herself because she was in so much misery that she couldn't get out, and she kept suffering because of freaking Crucibina over here. Like Crucibicha. And because of that, if Clairvy didn't tell her intention, she, like, Arlecchino probably understood where her best friend's mind is, like, in that moment, and thought that, you know, the way she is now, she's like, the next thing she's gonna do is probably just gonna off herself in some way, shape, or form. Or do something that will just basically be the equivalent of just giving up life. And so in her eyes, she accepted the duel with the thought or with the intention of I'm gonna put her out of her misery, because I know that from this, like, going forward, that's it, my best friend is just gonna be a shell of her former self. Like, she's just gonna be a husk, because she already is. Like, imagine trying to leave purgatory, or like a prison that your own mother constructed for you and trapped you in for more than 10 years of your life since you were a child, and every single time you got out you were beaten by your own mother. Would that not make you like lose yourself in depression or in despair? Like, and they were just kids at this point, right? Even though after 10 years has passed, they're still like teens. Like, that's a harsh fate to be in. So like, I'm not surprised that Clervy is just like nearing offing herself, basically, like not unaliving herself. So even though Arlecchino is like cold-blooded or like non-emotional kind of thing, she understood where her friend's mental was at and decided, like, in her kind of own way, to show her love by putting her out of her own misery. But Clervy, probably knowing her best friend over the course of this like 10 years or so, knew what she was gonna do and decided to make it easier on her by just in like making it more intentional on her part, so she didn't like resist. So it's not like she intentionally just like, oh, I'm gonna go this way so the Arlecchino sword is gonna pierce my chest, sort of thing. But it's like she gave her a battle to remember. Like, it was super intense, but at the end she kind of just maybe she was like, okay, like, I'm satisfied, I'm gonna just allow you to make this move so that I'm not gonna resist anymore, so that you don't have to suffer any more of this sort of thing, and I'm just gonna fall, that kind of thing, right? Like, that's what I think from like hearing the past and kind of understanding how the characters feel in that moment. Because yeah, that's like Clervy's upbringing was fucked. At least Arlecchino didn't have a biological mother like that. Like, she was still quote unquote mother, but she wasn't like the biological mother. Like that's very different, I believe. And if it's your biological mother who's doing all these terrible things to you, I feel like that's gonna impact you more growing up, as opposed to like an orphan mother, basically, right? Or like an adopted mother. I forgot they also won duels by maiming each other, not just killing. Yeah. Yeah, so in a way, the fact that she didn't like maim her, the fact that she didn't like cause her more pain, which was probably what Crucibina would have wanted, and just like put her out of her misery cleanly by just straight up killing her, was probably like an act of mercy or something, for respect for her best friend. That's what I think anyway. Like, that I feel like that checks out to me.
And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. The Clervy we met, though, who is she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clervy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clervy we met, was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire, something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins.
Oh.
It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
Oh.
Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clervy is a very special case. Clervy died when she was 16 years old.
16,
But what
damn,
emerged
yeah.
from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years worth, however. And it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives.
Oh.
But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there. No matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Damn.
Wait!
Cold.
I can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share. Because that is how a household should be run.
Yes, this is it. That is it. That's see this. Look, this enforces what I said earlier. I hope you understand the difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Which is why that guy that we saw earlier, who was in the executioner's list, is alive and well. Because she followed the rules and made her children follow the rules, but she didn't enforce the rules in terms of like she didn't kill them. She didn't have to kill them. She could just turn a blind eye, you know? Like, sure, if someone tries to leave the House of the Hearth, they should be quote unquote killed. But they could just leave and we would assume that they are killed because we don't see them again. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Arlecchino killed them. Right?
Is this really?
Oh my god, he's speaking! Sorry. Just spit on my keyboard.
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Every time Traveler speaks, I'm like
Whether
in
as a
shock.
killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
It's a very interesting storyline.
Here they are.
There they are.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Oh,
Lenny!
Clairvy.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
What was her wish?
Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
She's so straight with it.
Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Oh. Are we fighting? Okay, no, we're not.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
Ooh.
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoi, Sato, Toddy. Nantoi clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. He called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
Damn.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame
He's
us.
snitching.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things.
Ooh.
After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father.
Dude, it's a tape recorder. Yeah.
In a cage. The only way out is to destroy
Oh my god, he
it.
really is.
That's what you said, wasn't it?
Ha!
You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial.
Yeah, they're literally an intelligence agency,
A single
basically.
betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
Damn.
You've been spying on us for half a month?
The kids got it on point.
Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoi, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. And we should own up to it. We broke the rules. Plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father.
Aww.
We accept our punishment.
I think you do, but I don't think she wants to.
According to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please, reconsider.
I agree with Winnie.
Father, please.
Oh.
You...
Oh, everybody's
I
going
also
up.
agree with Linny.
If only they knew.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons.
Oh, damn, they're about to get a beating.
Weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Bede. Father in a duel?
Ooh, that's a tall order.
Father is way too strong, even for Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny's a 5-star. He's like, bet. Oh, battle stances.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Lenny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do?
Oh,
Win something like that?
yeah. This is the part. This is the part that I was talking about. Do you see? Do you see? Hang on. I'm gonna snooze ads. When she said earlier, right? Remember what she said earlier? Not here, unfortunately. But earlier, she was like, when the time comes, you must make a decision that benefits the House of the Hearth, or that helps the House of the Hearth. And here, it's this one where we can intervene and we'll be like, we'll take on the duel in their stead. Face us, Arlecchino. We will 1v1 you. This is the one. This is the part.
If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Is executing them really what she wants? Remember to what she said?
Want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Back then, she never actually answered my question. Because she doesn't want to say goodbye. She has no intention of saying goodbye. She believes that you will stop this. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it? Yeah.
Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose in purpose. Although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
See?
And lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
I knew it! I gotta play with some friends. Have a good rest of your stream. No worries. See you later, Muse. Have a good one. Enjoy your games. Enjoy time with your friends. And thank you so much for coming. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye-bye.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
I knew it.
Traveler?
Yeah! I'd like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
You're damn right. If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all.
Ooh.
Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Oh, this is hype. So this is where the domain comes in, the chance domain. Yes! This is it. This is exactly it. I called it. Oh, fuck.
Overruled.
It's father versus father. Hell yeah, let's go. I'm so ill-equipped though.
Watch out for father's movements.
Because I have freaking Moeka. But it's fine. It doesn't seem like she's at full power.
This is order.
Is it my turn now? Now that's more like it.
Hang in there. Everybody stand back.
With the fall.
Nana, hello, welcome. How you doing, Nana?
Taste of courage.
Oh shit.
Burn it down.
You've been winning? Somewhat. We're just enjoying some cool story stuff. Oh shit.
And voila.
It's been really interesting and entertaining so far. I hope you're doing well, Nana. It's been a hot minute. Oh shit. I totally forgot.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
It's okay. I am also father.
The countdown has begun. Like a fly tangled in a web.
Stabilize.
With these rising, try to pace yourself.
Well, how you doing, Nana? I hope you're good.
Laid bare.
Gather. I will have order.
Rise with the sun. Look.
Everybody on our check.
Having a fire breakfast? Hell yeah. Spam and garlic rice? Ooh, that sounds really nice. Oh, her second phase. Damn, she means business. So this is the context of it all. Damn, she's going all out. She's technically like fighting her children, but she's going fucking all out, dude. Flames Perouer. Ah. Dude, I would love some spam and garlic rice right now too, actually. Oh no! Fuck! They just killed my main DPS. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's troublesome. Okay, I register, so it should be okay. But still, holy fuck. Gotta be really careful here. Gotta be really careful I don't just accidentally die. I just need to get enough for ulti.
Now's our chance.
Over here.
Then I can ult to heal. That'll do. Zhongli, help. Okay, that works. That works. Shield up.
Watch out for father's movements. Look out!
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains.
What the fuck? She alive again? Yeah. She sure is. She's a tough one. She's a tough one.
Now's our chance.
But that's what makes this fun. Oh, pre-rendered cutscene. Oh, that's sick. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. This is so sick, dude. This is amazing. Yeah, get it, Fremine. Block that shit.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, that's a cool ability. Damn. Oh, were you thinking of Senora, Nana?
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Dude, she's so badass. Oh, I can't get enough of
Sorry
her.
for what? It's a pitiful excuse for an attack.
Damn. Holy shit, bro. And she brings back her scythe. Oh! Yo! Oh no, not the children. Not the children.
Father, no!
She's walking extra slow so Traveler can catch up.
Made it out, did you?
Oh, you knew he would.
You're stronger than I expected.
Oh, what's this? She putting him into a genjutsu? Oh.
Moon? I can't.
The iconic dull sword, honestly. Whoa.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Yeah, you gotta work on it, Traveler. If you can't beat her, you can't beat the stronger people of the Fatui. But that was crazy. That was amazing. Holy shit. That was an amazing cutscene.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. I wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
And at the end of the day, she's just a big softie. Oh, she never wanted to kill them.
Are you all right?
But she wanted every excuse to not
Given
have
that
to.
I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
Nah, she ain't gonna kill you. Don't worry about it.
Everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Oh,
Indeed.
what's that mean?
They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once
Oh.
ingested, searing pain will spread across every
Oh,
inch of your
damn.
body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away.
God damn.
If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth.
Oh. Oh.
Administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house and give you a new identity.
I see. Yeah. That young man that I thought looked familiar, the one selling newspapers outside the Palais Marmonia, he must have been the same horror we saw on the list of... the same horror we saw on the list of execution. He wasn't killed at all. Yeah, exactly. She never wanted to kill any of these. She never wanted to kill anyone. Man. Dude, I love Arlecchino. I love how she gave a secret project that's probably dangerous to a kid. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you don't know their story, because it's like fairly far in Genshin, if you haven't played for a while, she runs a family, like these kids are like an orphanage basically, where she turns these kids into a spy network. So these are like competent ass kids, like spies basically. But she's too much of a softie that she doesn't want to kill any of them because she doesn't want to do the same thing that her previous quote-unquote mother did. So she let them live at the expense of removing their memories. But because she still remembers them, she does still love them. Aww. Because earlier, there's some context earlier where one of the previous kids that used to be in her family saw them and bumped into the traveler. And then Arlecchino came over and was like, what's the problem here? And then the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just about to go now. Like, I'm just picking up my newspapers that I dropped and stuff. And then Arlecchino, knowing that he was part of her orphanage before, but she had to like kick out because of reasons, decided to still support him by buying his newspaper, like 3 newspapers. And like she doesn't show emotion or love very well, but she shows it in the most roundabout ways, and that was just like one of them. And it's just like, oh, makes sense. It all makes sense. Yeah, no, those aren't just random kids. Those are technically her kids. They are all her children. Yeah, man, I haven't even reached the Dendro City yet in the story. Really? Dude, it actually gets really good. If you ever get to the Water City, Fontaine, it's peak. Dude, even if you just do the Archon quests, not even the world quest, the Archon quest for Fontaine is fucking peak, man. It's peak. Even the Dendro quest is pretty damn good. Like, it is... Oh, it's so good, man.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
Now, if my understanding of the knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The Herrera that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Yeah. Oh, I love her even more. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Well, your memories are gone, but yeah, basically.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Oh, that's a bittersweet ending, but it's her way of showing her love to her children. So that's why they say father. Yeah. So there's some history to that, right? There's some lore that I'll fill you in. If you don't mind, I'm gonna get your consent on the spoilers here first, because it's very, very interesting.
Let's go.
That line, goodbye children, the next time we meet I will no longer be your father. Oh man.
Here, grab my arm, Lemmy. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
She's so upfront.
You could have at least sugarcoated it.
If this really is Clary seeing herself, then I would say she's probably had enough lies. Indeed.
Oh. Okay then.
Indeed.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future.
Let's give it
You're
raw,
a
dude.
harbinger now, Perry. That means Mother is gone, isn't she?
Okay, this is gonna get into spoiler territory anyway, so I might as well just tell you, Nana. The reason why they call her father instead of mother is because when Arlecchino was younger, her and this girl here were best friends, and they were in the same orphanage under the same mother. And that mother was a straight up bitch. Like, in terms of, even though she and the mother were like biologically related, she didn't give a shit and basically treated her like everyone else in the orphanage in that, or not, okay, that's like a wrong way to phrase it. Basically, she tried to escape from the prison that her mother put her into, but every time she tried to, her mother would beat her. And on top of that, her mother put down a rule in the orphanage that says people who are in disagreement or are traitors should be battled in a duel to the death. So she was straight up like a freaking psychopath, basically. And Arlecchino, father, and Clairvy like wanted out and wanted to escape, and like really hated their mother. So eventually some things happened and she died, trying to face off against Arlecchino because it was the punishment that the mother gave. But Arlecchino is like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna kill you, which is the mother. And so she did. She eventually did kill Mother. But when she killed her, the moniker of Mother died with her. So that's why when she took up the mantle then and became the new person running the house and became the new harbinger in place of the old mother or knave, she took up a new identity, which is father, because she didn't want anything to do with being the monstrous mother that made her and her best friend suffer so much for like 10 plus years as children. So that's why she's called father. That's really fair. Yeah. Yeah. And her wish, Clairvy's wish when she was still alive and was younger, was that everyone in the house, in the orphanage, would become a proper family. And now that Arlecchino is the one running the house, she decides to kind of follow her wish and like implement it in kind of her own way. Like, the rules are still set. Whoever is a traitor will be dealt with, basically. But that means, like, in the old version of the family killing them. But to Arlecchino, as she mentioned earlier, taking away someone's memories would be killing their current self, but it wouldn't be making their current body suffer. So instead of punishing them with death like how it used to be, she punishes them by basically letting them restart life again by removing the memories that they had in the orphanage, which is also fair because they're part of a network spy agency. They don't want shit just leaking. But instead of doing any kind of physical harm, she just like, okay, you've forgotten everything now. Go off into the world and live life how you want it. And I think that's just like fair. Yeah, like, man, that's kind. That is. Oh man, I don't know how to say how to explain it. But basically, she gave the freedom that her and her friends in the old orphanage never had to the children of her current orphanage. Even though she's cold and ruthless and emotionless, quote unquote, she still has that like soft spot, for her children. Do they end up homeless though? Not really. I'm sure she supports them in some way, shape, or form. There was one kid who like met that fate, and he now is running a newspaper business, is getting married. And when she bumped into Arlecchino earlier, even though he doesn't like remember her, she remembers him and decides to support him by like buying his newspapers. So if she does things like that, then I'm sure that somewhere that she's just like watching over them every now and again just to make sure that they're doing okay. Like, she has money. Like, she has the resources because she's a freaking harbinger, and harbingers are crazy. Like they have a lot of power. So I'm sure that if some of them are struggling, she'll probably help them out from the shadows in like a really subtle way. But yeah, it just goes to show how much she cares about her children, and it's like it's so it makes me love this character even more. I already loved her, man. I already loved her. She's my new main now. I pulled for her today. I knew about her ages ago as well, but I pulled for her today, and she's now just like, she's my main DPS and probably my favorite character. Not gonna lie. Or at least close to it.
I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time.
Yeah.
That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors.
Yeah, she was a
Still,
bitch.
You never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
Yeah.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you.
Aww.
If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past.
I called this the moment she talked about river analogies in the ocean. I fucking called it. I need to make a YouTube short of this, man. I could... Oh, I'm so freaking hyped that I called this. I knew it. Because I was like, this makes no sense considering Arlecchino's personality. Like, she's not just gonna kill her children and shit. Like, there's gotta be more to this.
Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too.
Aww.
I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Talk about the land of Animo, nation of freedom.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
You think Paimon's evil? I know there's like theories about that, and maybe, who knows? Honestly, I don't know. Like, she could be like the nameless god or something, or some kind of god, but she like lost her powers and her memory, so she's like this now. But personally, I don't think so. Talk about the land of Geo, nation of contracts.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Talk about the land of Electro, nation of eternity. The only piece of evidence I have is Paimon is like a demon name in the Bible, I think. I'm not sure where. Yeah, Paimon is the one of the demons of King Solomon, I think. Or something along those lines, yeah. He's like a... Paimon was a demon king. In religion. I think so, yeah. I can't remember where exactly, but yeah.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that? Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary.
Freaking Ito, dude. Yeah, because if you think about it, other people are named that as well. Like, Baal, you know, Raiden Shogun's, I think it was, I always get confused about which sister it was. But one of the sisters, for the Archon of Inazuma was called Baal, which is another demon in mythology. Or like in the Bible. And then Barbatos is another demon, which is Venti. So there's like the demon names keep coming up, but I personally don't know how they connect. But I guess I can I don't know. Not enough information. But it is interesting how it like lines up and stuff. Land of Dendro, Nation of Wisdom.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
Got clear view, but the nation visited the nation once called home.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Just doing a recap of the Archon quest.
That must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. Thanks to Detective Paimon, of course. How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay.
I love how Arlecchino's just watching in the back too.
Show, we rushed to the scene.
He's just happy. Clearly is listening intently to Paimon's story about her time in the Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all her troubles have been forgotten. Aww. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been able to truly relax, but I'm not sure how long this moment can
Shadows
last.
don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
As time passes, she'll probably forget everything we've told her and go back to being that scared little girl who could only hide in the shadows. Huh. I was so busy thinking I almost didn't notice. The sun has risen. She's gonna disappear. Aww. Sad cutscene incoming? Yeah, sad cutscene incoming.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well?
She didn't disappear.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Oh wait, no, now she is. Because she's already dead. No!
Who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Heroine.
Oh.
Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Oh, she can't bear herself to say goodbye to her best friend. Oh. Man.
She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures.
Oh no, you should have said something!
But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye.
Oh.
Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
That's a good quote. That's a good quote.
Father?
What's that? Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day. Damn, that's basically saying move forward. Move on.
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. We never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known.
Oh.
Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility. One not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented.
Oh my gosh, she's giving compliments.
Most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning. The very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
Damn. Preach.
Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, show them what's
Having
up.
members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment.
Aww. I hope it doesn't
No
have
matter
to be
how
foe.
arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Aww. Wait until 2 days. 2 days later. What happens in 2 days? 1, 2. It's always 2 days, man. Man, I hope you guys are enjoying your day so far and enjoying the stream if you're still watching. I am certainly very much enjoying all of this, and I've just realized that it's nearly like 6 o'clock. Oh, sorry, not 6 o'clock, 6 hours. Holy shit, dude. It's been a long, long stream. But damn worth it. Hell yeah, man. Glad to hear it, Nana.
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine
Also-
were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été?
Look at her. She's so cool,
Wonders how they're
man.
doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
She's so cool, dude. I love Arlecchino. Look at her. She's so sick. I had to pull for her weapon as well. Because look, it turns into a scythe. And she drags it on the ground. Holy shit, bruh. That's sick. Look at that. She's so cool. She's so cool. And look. Does that look familiar to you? Who else on the screen has a one wing aesthetic? Man, so dope. So dope. Perfect. I know, right? Oh, and since it's been a while since you played Genshin, do you know this character? I got a motorcycle now. That can fly. Oh my god. Oh. I thought I was like way closer than I am. That's crazy, honestly, right? Oh yeah, and also it can run up walls. Well, to an extent, I guess. Ledges are still a big issue. Oh yeah, we're going back to the House of the Hearth. So this is our home, right there. That's where I did all my pulls today as well.
Fremine?
So I'm like, father needs to come home.
Much better.
You know, I did us thought it'd be like Dante from Devil May Cry, and you can fight with a bike. Oh, you can. Wait, hang on. Let me show you. Let me show you.
What a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling all right?
I actually I don't know about Dante because I've never seen that happen, but let me know if it looks familiar when I get to show you. I'm right as
I
rain.
knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clairvy
You can, yeah.
gone?
You can fight with a
Lily
bike.
and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him,
I'll show
there
you
haven't
after
been any
this.
more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
We bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight. Her wish has been fulfilled.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crucibina before.
Oh? Where?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
Oh.
Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself.
Understandable.
The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past.
Yeah.
She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now.
Her freaking impression,
And
I
that's what
love it.
Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Oof. She saved you in the end.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Aww.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go.
Aww.
So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
Dude, crazy how,
I
like,
actually saw them at a cafe this morning.
freaking Arlecchino can be a better parent than most parents nowadays.
They didn't recognize me. From what I could
Well,
tell,
maybe not most,
they
but
were
some.
drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Aww, that's a good ending. It's a happy ending. Aww. GG's, that's it.